read the title. NXT TakeOver Portland is this Sunday, and here are my predictions for the 6 announced matches. Let's start with by far my most anticipated match on the card, with Kid Lee vs Dominik Dijakovic for the North American Championship. Last year, these two men put on a series of incredible matches on what seemed to be a weekly basis. And as much as I enjoyed all those matches, it was clear they were holding back for a bigger stage. And it's finally here, which makes me so happy to the point I don't really care about the result of this match. With that said, I think Lee is almost certainly retaining the belt. He's been champion for less than a month, so unless he suddenly pushed the world title picture, the result is practically a given. Next, we have the Undisputed Era versus the Broserweights, and to be honest, my personal hardest match to predict. To start, Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne just won the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, meaning they have the momentum on their side. Adding to that, the Era has already lost one of their belts, meaning the possibility of O'Reilly and Fish losing their titles seems very real. However, I'm holding onto a very specific piece of fantasy booking that is making me doubt a lot, since it takes into account a tag team title retention. I'll elaborate more later, but for now, let's just say I'm very torn on this one. I'll give the slight edge to Riddle and Dunne because my fantasy booking ideas are very often wrong. Then there's Finn Balor versus Johnny Gargano. If this was Finn's first takeover match, like the one he was supposed to have at War Games, I would unquestionably pick him. However, Johnny got injured, and now the storyline has progressed a lot in the past months. Finn has already had his first pinfall defeat, thanks to Johnny's interference. Having said that, I still think Finn will win. The novelty of him back in NXT has yet to wear off, and as long as the match is as brilliant as I hope it will be, Johnny doesn't really need to win. There's a small chance Johnny could win, but I'm not counting on it. Later on, we have Dakota Kai versus Tegan Nox in a no disqualification match. This storyline started really hot back at War Games, with Dakota's brutal heel turn. However, I don't think NXT has done a particularly good job following the initial reaction. Dakota hasn't made the biggest impact since her heel turn, and Tegan's comeback felt like an afterthought. I'm still excited because I know these two can genuinely steal the show, but I'm not as hooked as I thought I would be. I still think Dakota will win, since there's still a ton of potential in her heel run, but I wouldn't be completely shocked if Tegan picked up the win. Up next, there's Rhea Ripley vs Bianca Belair for the NXT Women's Championship. When the match was originally announced, I was almost entirely convinced there was no way Ripley was losing the title. Now, I'm still heavily on Ripley's side, but I can't deny the sudden addition of Charlotte Flair to this story has given Belair more of a shot at winning this, especially after her dominant performance at the Rumble. I still think a singles match between Ripley and Charlotte is the path WWE is taking, but the possibility of it being Charlotte vs Belair, or even a triple threat, has slightly grown on me. And finally, we have Adam Cole vs Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT Championship. Last year, Ciampa was forced to vacate the title, which led to Cole eventually winning the belt and starting the whole Undisputed Era prophecy. Ciampa has been booked masterfully since coming back, and under many circumstances, I could totally see him beating Cole. The problem is, we are so close to WrestleMania weekend. I'd rather see Cole lose the title at TakeOver Tampa Bay. The prophecy has to end at some point, and what a better place to do it than wrestling's biggest week. So, as much as I love to see Ciampa as world champion again, I think the possibility of it happening is quite low. However, I don't want to see Ciampa completely empty-handed. So my fantasy booking idea I mentioned earlier consists in Ciampa still helping to destroy the prophecy by reuniting DIY full-time and winning the titles at Tampa Bay. It's probably a long shot, but I'm holding a little bit of hope. Do you agree with my choices? Leave a comment down below with your predictions for TakeOver Portland. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at Pomi Wrestling for any updates. That's all for now. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, see ya!